In a movement like Black Lives Matter, there's always going to be some folks who say things that are stupid or imprudent or overgeneralize or are harsh. And I don't think that you can hold well-meaning activists who are doing the right thing and peacefully protesting responsible for everything that is uttered at a protest.
With all due respect to President Obama, well-meaning activists do not associate themselves with a group that often commits violent acts and encourages violence through irresponsible rhetoric. Dr. King would not participate in a Black Lives Matter protest. Of course, the liberal American media largely sympathetic to the street demonstrations, even if they do turn violent. How many more times are we going to have to see Black Lives Matter protesters destroy stuff? How many more times? Yet if you criticize the group, you're branded a bigot by some far-left media precincts. Do you know that shortly after the Dallas police were murdered, a cop in Missouri was shot and critically wounded by a black man? The St. Louis County Police Chief says it was an assassination attempt. The accused shooter, 31-year-old Antonio Taylor, has a long rap sheet. He's a thug. In Minnesota, another police officer hit in the head by a concrete brick thrown by a protester on Saturday night. You guessed it, the demonstration was organized by Black Lives Matter. So again, Mr. President, you might want to back away from protesters who believe violence is acceptable. Summing up, you want to protest? Good. Make sure you have your facts straight and don't hurt anybody or destroy anything.
In Dallas Tuesday, President Obama will be trying to calm racial tensions that his own behavior has done much to aggravate. From his denunciation of the Cambridge, Massachusetts police as acting, quote, stupidly in the arrest of black Harvard Law professor Henry Louis Gates, they didn't, to his assertion that the motives of the Dallas cop killer are unclear, they aren't. The president has consistently chosen to see things through the eyes of an aggrieved black activist rather than of a president of all the people. He has not failed to speak out whenever a black is killed by a white police officer, but has said next to nothing about the continuing slaughter of blacks by other blacks in the streets of Chicago, Baltimore, and other cities. He has made his sympathy for the Black Lives Matter movement obvious, and never mind that the whole premise of that movement seems to be fallacious.